All right, what's up, everybody? Steven here, the Horror Freak 85, and actually I got my voice back this week, so I can talk again. It's so nice. I was so bad. Here with Miss Boomstick as always. For our 99th show was Craven movies. So yes, next week will be the 100th celebration episode. We'll have multiple guests coming on. I've talked to some people, got some that'll definitely show up, some maybe, and waiting to hear back from some others. So, a bunch of good surprises next week. How's your week been?
It's been okay. It's been cold.
Ah,
Very, very cold. We had 2 days with the wind chill of -25 this week.
mm,
So it's been cold.
just a wee bit. I think it was like 7 degrees. My mom said the other day or something in West Virginia. So I heard it's been cold all over up there, wherever.
Yeah, I think it was 7 here yesterday, but it was like um, negative something wind chill. I forget what it was.
Mm. Yeah. So not much here. Just watched a couple of movies, and then I got sucked into the quarry. That was fun. So I know you had played the first two chapters, or I don't know. Did
Right.
you?
Yeah, I've done this. I've streamed the first 2 chapters. I was going to do the third chapter this week, but I wasn't able to get to it. So hopefully we'll get to it this week.
Yeah, I have to replay it. Obviously, not all at once, but it took about 19 hours of playtime. So, plus that's only one ending. There's so many different things that you can say and do in it, and choices. And if you mess up doing the like the real time quick actions, there's different jokes and stuff that goes on, and
Yeah, there's
it,
some of the quick actions I've been missing on purpose just to see what would happen.
yeah. I don't know. Did you miss the phone toss at the beginning when he tossed the phone to him?
I don't remember. I think that might have been one I missed on purpose.
Because if you missed that, the guy, uh, the friend Dylan or whatever, he's like, "Oh, dude, you should have put it on airplane mode." Like if he doesn't catch it, or if he catches it, he's like, "Oh yeah," he's just being all stupid, just having a good time. But it's a fun game. I'll probably go back to it later. Um, but yeah, other than that, not much else. I was going through. There was some interesting Wes Craven stuff on Internet Movie Database here. I was just gonna, before we get into the movies and get a few more people in here, just go over some interesting facts. I don't know if you read over any of the trivia on the Internet
No.
Movie Database or not, but there's some interesting couple things I didn't know. Um, let's see. His vision of Freddy Krueger came from a childhood memory. When he was 10 years old, he looked out the window of his apartment that he lived in, and a drunk man dressed in a similar Freddy was looking directly at him and continued to stay there, looking at the window for several minutes. It scared him so much later on, he decided this will be the look for Freddy. So,
I don't blame him there. That would be creepy. Having
especially
some.
a 10-year-old having some weirdo look into your window. Let's see, that was cut off, so I got to scroll back down. Okay, what just happened? What? No, I don't want to be there. Hate when that happens. But yeah, I know something else while I bring it back up. He got the name Freddy Krueger because it was a bully of his at school, so he decided to use his name with that. With
Take
that,
that, bully.
like, damn.
Now
Fred
he's got to
Krueger.
live with that the rest of his life.
Exactly. There you go, Fred Krueger. You're a horror icon now. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, he had passed away in August 30th, 2015, 76. I don't know if he ever did conventions or just did like a couple of the ones over there, but he would have been cool to meet.
Hmm.
Oh well. Let's see. Where the heck is all the trivia I just had brought up? Okay, this is getting annoying. Here we go. Um, when actor producer Robert Evans suffered a stroke on May 6, 1998, Craven was having a drink with him in the Evans screening room when he collapsed in front of him. Evans later quipped, "I really scared the shit out of the king of horror." And of course, I'm sure we've mentioned this in the past, but night the story of Nightmare on Elm Street is based on like a news report about a group of young men who died in their sleep during horrific nightmares, despite having no history of health problems and showing no specific causes of death. Uh, he nearly turned down the option to direct the hit Scream because the first scene with Drew Barrymore reminded him too vividly of the climax sequence of The Last House on the Left, his first film. He directed Oscar nominated performance Meryl Streep in Music of the Heart in 99.
I saw that in the list I pulled up. I'm like, that just doesn't make sense that is on there. There's
But
another one on
he did
there.
apparently. Yeah.
There's another one on there called Paris I Love You. But I don't think that one's correct.
So, but yeah, he did direct Meryl Streep apparently. He was an avid bird watcher. Let's see. He's the only person to direct more than one film in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. Uh, he spent his early career making pornographic films under fake names. I did not know that. Probably not many people do. Let's see. Rumored to have named his on-screen horror creation Freddy. Okay, I said that about the bully in school. And the dirty clothes and hat was inspired by the hobo that was staring at him. He was set to direct Superman for The Quest for Peace, but was replaced after creative differences with star Christopher Reeve. Let's see. His first film, The Last House on the Left, was a rape shocker and was banned in Britain.
I can see that.
Let's see. The Elm Street located in Postham, New York, a small town just south of the Canadian border. Craven was a humanities professor at Clarkson College, also in Postham. His father died when he was 4. Let's see. He was the disc jockey for the campus radio station at Clarkson College, where he was a humanities professor. Let's see. He was set to direct the remake of Shirley Jackson's The Haunting, but back out in favor to direct Scream, which I'm glad he did Scream over that.
Yeah.
He was one of the very few directors mostly famous for the horror genre who never directed or wrote a Stephen King movie. He would have done a good Stephen King movie, I think.
Right.
He co-wrote the screenplay for Pulse in 2006 with Vince Gilligan. The script was based on, it's a Japanese name, Kyosha Kuswa's, however you want to say it. I just butchered that, but original Japanese horror film. Craven and Gilligan scripted the final draft in the fall of 2002 for Dimensions Films. The production for this film should have started October 1st, 2002 in Los Angeles, but in July 2003, Dimensions chairman Bob Weinstein announced that Pulse would never be produced because it was too similar to The Ring. Of course, his first hit was The Hills Have Eyes in 1977. Let's see. Author newspaper article about his current offset down time entitled Retirement Scarier Than Freddy Krueger. He had an undergraduate degree in English and psychology from Wheaton College in Illinois and a master's degree in philosophy and writing from Johns Hopkins University. In 1976, he acted in Tales That Will Tear Your Heart Out, a project made under the supervision of friend Roy Frumkes, who was teaching at State A. Hobbs. How's it going? University at the time. Shortly after filming, the raw stock was mistakenly re-exposed by another student, so both days shooting were lost. Developed the Evil House premise for the computer game Wes Craven's Principles of Fear, although the game won about Game Bronze Medal Award for Interactive Fiction when the prototype was demonstrated at the 1997 Electronic Entertainment Expo in Atlanta. The game was never completed due to the financial failure of the game's publisher. He didn't develop any interest in filmmaking until his mid-20s. Blah, blah, blah. Documentary. He directed a documentary about former President Bill Clinton. Craven had the film crew followed Clinton for 3 hours into the White House a few days before his departure in 2001. Let's see. So yeah, other stuff kind of boring there, nothing too interesting. 86, he directed 7 episodes of The Twilight Zone in 1986. He was okay. I already said that. I think there's a couple of them that are remaining the same. So I'll go ahead and end it there. But there were a few interesting facts there that I didn't know about him. So.
Yeah, at the time, right when he passed, I was doing this cake decorating class, and like one of the assignments we had to do like a cupcake cake, and I was gonna do a different one, but then he ended up passing, so I made a tribute to him. I will share screen.
All right.
But that is my cupcake cake. Best I could do. I wasn't. It wasn't that big of a class or anything, but
What was
so I
that?
made a scream.
What was that in the center there? I see "Rest in Peace, Wes," and
Yeah, it just says "Rest in Peace, West," and then it's just a scream kind of math.
okay, I see
He
it now.
wasn't supposed to have a nose, but I remember I made a boo boo and I had to cover it up, so I
Okay,
gave him a nose.
okay, I see it now. Okay, it took a
Yeah,
second. I'm like, is that the
I
screen?
didn't have enough cupcakes to like make or enough black icing or something to put like a black shawl around him, but
Right, yeah,
yeah, that was the best I was able to do. Like I said, it wasn't that big of a course or anything, but just something I was trying to do for a hobby.
yeah. So some scream cakes.
Yeah. Well, the person doing the class said, it was a very remarkable idea, because he had just passed, even though I screwed up on the mask.
Eh, I mean, it's frosting. It's not cake wars.
Right. Yeah. It wasn't something like a big class. Like, it was more of a hobby class. It wasn't like a big thing where you get graded and you go into like bakery or something.
Yeah. So, of course, since sort of mentioned it in the trivia, "The Hills Have Eyes," his first film. I guess I'll bring that first off on the on the list here. Let's see. I'll go ahead and bring the cast up here. Of course, we got Michael Berryman in it, which he's interesting in any movie he does. He's just got that look where it's like, "Yep, you're the villain in it." Not this. "The Hills Have Eyes."
Has he ever been in anything where they kind of like reverse it? Kind of like the Tucker and Dale, where you think he's going to be the villain, but he's not.
I don't know. That's a good question. I have to look at. I have to look him up and see
Just
if
out of curiosity.
let's see. Well, he wasn't really a villain. I mean, he was weird like he always plays, but in Devil's Rejects, he was just, saying he's a chicken fucker. So, I mean, he didn't really kill anybody in it. So, I guess
Yeah.
he's just a roadside businessman. Let's see. So, Susan Lehner was in it, Robert Houston, John Stedman, Janice Blythe. Played Ruby. I should have said who they were. Susan was Brenda Carter. Robert played Bobby Carter. John Steedman was the gas. Steedman. Yeah, I can talk tonight. It's like I can talk, but I can't talk. I lost my voice, but can't pronounce names. That's nice. He was the gas station owner, Fred. Janice Blythe was Ruby, one of the family members of the group of them that sort of wanted to get out of there, and he since they were like sort of closing down, and she was trying to convince Fred to try to take her out of there in the beginning, and he's all thinking that's hilarious, telling her how she doesn't even know what a fork and knife is. Let's see. Morning, yeah. You just wake up, Hobbs? Good morning, good evening, good night. Then we got Peter Locke played Mercury. Russ Grieve was Big Bob Carter. Dee Wallace was Linwood. Virginia Vincent was Ethel. We got James Whitworth as Jupiter. He was like the leader of the family, or whatever you want to call him there. Martin Spear played Doug. Michael Berryman was Pluto. Lance Gordon was Mars. Cordy Clark played Mama. So as we all know, they get stranded in the desert. There, they wreck their RV. They got a couple of dogs with them as well, and the baby, and they get hunted down pretty much, stalked by the the crazy hill folks, and just trying to try to survive there. What is it? The one dog, Beauty, of course, becomes dog meat, which they actually decide to eat because they just eat animals, kill people. So we all know the story of The Hills Have Eyes. We've all seen it. So hopefully we've seen it anyway. Um, I
If you haven't, watch it.
It's on Tubi. I'm not sure if the second one was, but I know the first
I'll
one's
have
on
to look.
Tubi.
Yeah, it's on Tubi.
Yeah. Is the second one on Tubi too, or
According to this Google page I have brought up,
yeah?
that when I hover over it, it says Tubi. So
I meant to bring up when they type in Wes Craven. I know there was like a whole bunch of them that had come up when I put his name.
yeah, I'm not on Tubi page. I've just got a list of Wes Craven movies on here, and
Yeah,
Google says it's on there
Google's usually right on occasion.
on occasion. Not always right.
Nah, not always. Okay, I don't want
Sometimes
you to.
Google gets confused.
Well, what was it? Those weird Christmas or Halloween movies, and it mixed up the movies. Which I forget what the movie was, but it had
Yeah, I don't remember. That was ridiculous. It was like Christmas movies, but there was listing Halloween movies.
Halloween or something like that. It didn't make any sense.
No, it didn't.
I don't even think they had any of the same music playing in it, so I don't know why it would come up that way.
Yeah, because Halloween takes place on Halloween. But yeah, according to Google, it was a Christmas movie.
Or was it Christmas Horror Story or something weird, or Black Christmas? I think it was Black Christmas came up, and I don't know, but it was a
Yeah, there
terrible.
was a lot. I forget what holiday I was looking up, but whatever it was not showing the correct movies. One I saw interesting was this. It's a Disney show, and it was called Case Busters. I think it was only like, let's see, it was only like a certain episode or something. It says episode or season 30, episode 16 was the director Wes Craven, and I've already clicked it. It is the correct Wes Craven, but it's a brother and sister are amateur sleuths who help their grandfather run a security business. While digging around on their own, they accidentally stumble across a major case. So I thought that was interesting. It was, I guess it was just that one episode. It's not really showing anything else, but I thought that was interesting. He's got a Disney, it's not a cartoon, it's real life, but it looks like a little girl, a dog that almost looks like Benji but bigger, and like a teenage boy.
Hmm. Case Hunters. I don't think I saw that. What year was that?
86. Case Busters is what it's called.
Hmm.
That's what's on the Google page, and I did click the link, and it took me to the thing, the IMDb.
I might have to check that out. I've never watched that. Or if they had like reruns or something. So who knows how long that lasted.
I don't know, apparently to at least season 30.
Season 30. Okay.
That's what it said, season 30, episode whatever the hell I said.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, then, I guess I'll have to check that out. That's probably one of the longest Disney shows. 30. Let's see. Yeah, Hobbs never heard of it either.
Yeah.
Wonder how it lasted 30 seasons and haven't heard of it.
I don't remember it either. and I would say fairly young in '86, but
So I mean, I probably would have watched it in the '90s sometimes if it was on, but that's that's funny. But good to know. I'll research that.
yeah, I'm looking on his actual IMDb page. I'm trying to find. Oh yeah, the Magical World. Oh, so it's Magical World of Disney. It's something different.
Hmm. I did. I went ahead and brought up Tubi. Um, Typed in his name. We got Don't Look Down, which I think was like a TV movie, and I remember watching it. There was a about some sisters and their friend. I don't know if I can't remember if they were with a boyfriend or another friend, but they were like at this park or somewhere at the edge of this mountain edge where she was hanging over the rail and she was joking down. She's like, oh, acting like she was going to fall. And of course, it was loose and she ends up falling for real. And her sister does at first able to grab onto her, but unfortunately didn't save her. And she falls to her death, which traumatizes her. And she goes, I forget how many years, or I don't know if it's months later or years later. Let's see, let's see, she develops a phobia of heights, and she had joined a support group to heal, but there was someone in the group that's like killing people off in it. Um, that came out in '98, and that's on Tubi. It's got Megan Ward. Oh yeah, Billy Burke is in it too. Um, Terry Kinney and Angela Moore. So it's been a while since I've watched that one, but that was an interesting one. Um, what else was on there? Summer of Fear, which I think I watched once a long time ago because it sounded really familiar, but I didn't remember too much of it. Summer of Fear, it says, following a tragedy, a family welcomes to their relative Julia, but teen daughter Rachel suspects that the young woman has witchcraft on her agenda. And that's got Linda Blair, Fran Drescher, and Lee Purcell is in that one.
I typed in. I went ahead and went on to Tubi and typed in Wes Craven, and it shows John Carpenter's Body Bags. But I think he's in that shortly. I think that's
He's
why.
either in it or did something briefly. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
it
he's
has
got a little
body
part
bags.
in it, but it just caught me funny that it just says John Carpenter's Body Bag. It caught me real funny for a second.
Yeah, not even Wes Craven and John Carpenter. It's just John Carpenter. But I saw that too, and I was kind of confused at first. I had to
Yeah, I'm
remember.
pretty sure he's in it. If I remember right, it's an anthology, and I think he's in like one of the.
Yeah,
I forget what he played. It's been too long ago.
I don't remember what it was because I know there was like that one story with the hair that grew in it, and I think there was like, was there a gas station one, or was that a different movie? I couldn't
I
remember.
don't. I've seen so many of them, and I've seen this not too long ago, but I can't remember. But I know there is an anthology with a gas station thing. But if
Yeah,
it's this one, I don't know.
I can't remember if it was that, but I know there was the one where his like hair grew or whatever, and it was alive. The one guy I remember that was one of the. Let's see, Summer of Fear is fantastic. Yeah, I have to go back and watch that. Um, let's see. Then there's a movie called Mine Ripper that's on there, and that one, when a government experiment at a remote desert outpost goes awry, a ruthless monster is set loose, and a scientist is summoned to destroy the beast. And that one's got Lance Hendrickson in it.
I thought that looked like him, but it was kind of small. I was trying to figure out if that was him or somebody else I get him mixed up with. But yeah, I see him on the cover there.
Let's see. Then, of course, we got Deadly Blessing, Sharon Stone, Marion Jensen, Ernest Borgnine, Susan something, but the name is cut off. Wes Craven's cult horror classic about a farmer's widow left to face a series of deadly, bizarre happenings in a community of religious fanatics. Uh, it's a hell of a movie. Gotta love those religious ones.
Yeah. One of my favorites, which does look like it's streaming free anywhere off of Google anyway. People Under the Stairs.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's a good one. That's like it's called People Under the Stairs, but shouldn't it be called People in the Walls? I always wondered that.
Yeah, my cousin introduced me to that movie.
I think I might have seen that one time originally before Shutter when Joe Bob did it. It was either like TNT, like the Monster Vision or whatever. I think they had a People Under the Stairs on one time, and that's when
Probably.
and then I remember that's the first time I saw it. Let's see.
That's weird.
The Girl in the Photographs. I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen that listed, but I'm not seen it, so I don't know anything.
It says horror legend was created. Okay, he presents the story of a small town cashier who becomes the target of serial killers with a horrific photography fetish. Cal Penn is in that. Okay, Claudia Lee. Let's see, Kenny Wormaid and Autumn somebody. It's cut off again.
Another decent werewolf movie, Cursed,
Yeah,
with Christina Ricci. Or Ricci, I mean.
Ricci. Yeah.
I don't know why I always do that. I always say Ricky. 2004, it says on YouTube. Paramount Plus. Roku. Ooh, don't go away.
And which I totally forgot that this was Wes Craven, and when I saw it pop up, I was kind of surprised. I went ahead and rewatched it because it's been a long time, but he did Swamp Thing too, which I completely forgot that. That was in '82. It's got Ray Weiss was in it, David Hess, Louis Jordan, Andrea Barbeo, however you say her. I always say her last name wrong. And that's on Tubi. After a violent incident with a special chemical, a research scientist who is trying to create a new life form is turned into swamp plant monster.
I love Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
There's a movie called Red Eye. I want to say I've seen this.
That's the one.
On HBO Max. But it doesn't have to. It has to do with airplanes, I'm presuming.
Yeah. Hobbs wanted to know if you were aware you were nominated for Horror Tuber of the Month.
Yeah. Yeah, I've told Wes I appreciate it, and hopefully nobody goes after him because I did not tell him to nominate me. So, yeah. I actually he was telling me beforehand, he was thinking about it, and I was like, no, please don't. I don't want you to get attacked for doing it. I know I won't win, but that's totally fine.
It's cool. That's cool. He nominated you.
Yeah. I just wanted to get it out there because I know the person attacking me is probably watching.
So I shouldn't be so negative about it, I'm sure. So, but yeah, that's awesome. I didn't even see who else was nominated. I got to check that out myself.
It was some people I never heard of, but like I say, I've withdrew from the community as much as I possibly can. But yeah, I forget their names. Some professor, somebody, and I don't remember what the other ones were. You'd have to watch Wes's I Am Ice Lord's video.
Ice Lord, yeah. Which I don't know is I didn't see if he had come in tonight or not. Nope, I haven't seen him, but he might pop in later. Let's see. So we said Swamp Thing. What was the next thing I was gonna say? What's next on your list there?
I got Serpent in the Rainbow.
Yep.
It doesn't look like it's playing anywhere for free. But we got The Serpent and the Rainbow is a 1988 American horror film directed by Wes Craven and starring Bill Pullman. The script by Richard Maxwell and Adam Rodman. And I'd have to click the link to see what it's about. Oh no, I don't want that.
Well, that was the one I believe, like, oh, what is it? The not Black Magic. Might have had to
Yeah,
do
this
something.
is opening card. The Legends of Voodoo. The serpent
Voodoo. There we go.
is
Yeah,
a symbol of earth, and the rainbow is a symbol of heaven. Between the two, all creatures must live and die.
I started to say Black Magic. I'm like, no. Well, yeah, Voodoo is Black Magic, but I was like, it's something with Voodoo. But I haven't checked it out yet. That's one I need to watch. And we got on Tubi, another one there was Invitation to Hell. When a scientist and family move to a new town, they are cornered into joining a local health club, which harbors dark and hideous secrets.
We got Shocker. I like this one.
I was going to mention that too. Yeah, Shocker's a good one.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
doesn't
horror
look like it's streaming anywhere for free. 1989. After being sent to the electric chair, a serial killer uses electricity to come back from the dead and carry out his vengeance on a football player.
Yep, his dad was the cop that was in, I believe, murdered his mom, and that's how he got involved in it. And he has like psychic flashes, or he's like connected to him.
It's listing Vampire in Brooklyn, but I didn't think he had
Yeah, apparently he did.
anything.
Yeah, I like how though I was gonna say in Shocker how Mitch Pileggi is Horace Pinker, who is actually Skinner in the X-Files. So that was cool seeing him in it. And then at one point, I think he possessed a kid. He gets blamed like he's trying to chase him throughout the kid. He's going through all the people possessed at the park, and that's a fun movie. John Tesh was a newscaster in that. Heather Landcamp was in it. She was a victim. Ted Raimi says was Pac-Man. I don't remember Ted Raimi in it.
He's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, including the Quarry.
Mm-hmm. It's the creepy cop.
Yep.
Yeah, Wes Craven's Chiller. Says it's on Pluto. Pluto TV.
It's on Voodoo and Pluto, so they combine now. Pluto
And the Roku channel. What's this one about? Mimi Craven, Wes Craven's wife at the time, cameos as Nurse Cooper, and she has also played a nurse in Craven's most. What's this have to do with? Why is Chiller's IMDb talking about his wife in the? Okay, corporate exec Miles Creighton dies and is cryogenically frozen in the hopes that he can be revived 10 years later. The procedure is a success, and Miles returns without his soul. That was weird. It started telling me about his wife's IMDb thing. Like on the main Google page, it was saying all about that. I thought it'd tell about the movie. It says it was made for TV.
Like another one, Deadly Friend was a good one, and that has Christy Swanson, who was the original Buffy in the movie Buffy the Vampire Slayer, not the TV show. She plays a robot that this genius kid builds, and ends up going crazy and possessive, and kills the neighbor. That's the scene. The best scene in the whole movie is one of my favorites when she takes the basketball, throws it at the woman's face, and like shatters it. I don't know if you remember that or not.
It's been so long since I've seen it. I don't remember certain scenes.
I can't remember. I think back when I used to do the what was it, the like the deaths from different movies. Who was it that did that? Like take scenes from movies. I think I did that one time where brief death scene. I chose that one where the face like explodes, like smashes in.
Oh,
So what else we got here?
what the hell is a short? It's listed in writer on Wes's IMDb page. I just find this funny. Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Vape Street.
Nightmare on Vape Street.
Vape, like a vape.
Vape, yeah, that's what I was like. Vape.
It's listed in shorts under his writer credits on his IMDb page.
Hmm.
I don't remember if we mentioned My Soul to Take.
That was a good one where they all have the same birthday.
Apparently, that one Paris one I was talking about, I didn't think Google was right. It is on his IMDb page as a writer, but it's apparently an anthology because it's segment, and I don't know how to say this, but it's in French. So apparently, he did have something to do with that Paris one that I was confused about.
Which one now?
Is Paris? I don't know how to say this. I really don't.
Mm.
Paris, then it Jeteme. Closest you're gonna get. Don't know if that's even remotely correct.
Oh, I see it. Paris.
Yeah, and it says
Yeah.
segment. It said segment something. So apparently he had something that I don't want. Whatever this is, quit popping up. Stupid ad. I don't know why I'm getting pop-ups. I'm not supposed to.
There's a short that apparently I guess he was a character in it. It says uncredited, but Freddy
I think I
versus
see it. I think I see it. Same time you said it.
Freddy versus Ghostbusters.
That's amazing.
I want to find that short. That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know where that could be found.
Maybe on YouTube. I don't know.
I don't know. Apparently, it says Google Dolls, I'm Awake Now. Was that a song in the new movie?
Which one now?
It says Google Dolls, I'm Awake Now, and it says characters. I must mean he used Freddy Krueger or possibly some other character of Wes Craven. But it says Google Dolls, I'm Awake Now, and underneath of it, it says characters. So I'm assuming that means that they used his characters in the video.
Right.
I was just wondering if that was in that song was in the newest, or in one of the new Freddy movies. Either the Freddy's Dead, because that came out in 91.
Uh-huh.
When did the new one come out? 2010. That's too new. It's probably Freddy Dead's Final Nightmare.
Mm-hmm. We got a 1990 TV movie that he did, Night Visions. A cop teams up with a psychic to track down a serial killer. James Remire was in that. Sergeant Thomas, Lauren Lachlan, Dr. Sally, Penny Johnson, Gerald Luann. Mitch Pileggi was also in that. It seems like he likes to work with Wes Craven.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if she's related to someone. Jessica Craven was woman number one in it. Let's see. Daniel Beer was a rocker. Okay, and then there's just like all the other little roles in there.
No, apparently he was executive producer of The Breed, 2006, according to IMDb.
Oh,
Executive producer of Dracula 2000.
yep. Let's
Oh yeah,
see.
Wishmaster. I forgot about Wishmaster. Executive producer of that.
Wishmaster was a good one.
Yeah. You get Candyman, you get Jason, and who else was in it? I believe Robert England was in it too. So it was like Tony Todd. I should pull that up before I end up saying people that are not actually in this movie.
I'm pretty sure Robert Englund though was in.
Yeah, Kane has a really small part. He's like a security guard or something.
Yeah, he was a security guard.
Angus Shrim. I know I probably said that wrong. Robert England, Danny Hicks, Ted Raimi. That's one of the ones I'm seeing as this top cast. This is different than not seeing the rest of the cast. Oh, all casts. There we go. Yeah, Robert England. I think I said that.
Yeah, I think wasn't he like a teacher or professor or something?
Something to that effect. Either worked at the museum or fuck, I don't know. Yeah,
Oh,
Kane Hodder, Merritt's guard. Yeah, Tony Todd. I was right. Tony Todd played Johnny Valentine. Tom Savani, pharmacy customer, uncredited.
Tom Savini was in that.
According to this, but he said he was just a pharmacy customer. He was uncredited.
He probably didn't even realize it was him. Went by so quick.
But I like those movies that have the little, like, what you would call it, it's a little.
Apparently, he was an executive producer
Hey, buddy.
on the movie Feast.
I know you want attention. Come here. Did everybody leave you?
He's all blurred.
Is he?
It's like the head, you just see like the bottom part.
That's funny. I wasn't on the screen where I could see what he looks like when I picked him up. I just thought he
It's
came
like,
for.
it's like coming in and out. It's like the invisibility cloak. Just
Well, he does claim to be a snow leopard now. So that is his new identity.
I identify as a billionaire, but it hasn't worked.
Right?
That was funny though. I just blended in like a chameleon.
Yeah, because I was on a different screen, so I didn't see what he looked like when I picked him up. But yeah.
Apparently, he was also executive producer on the Scream TV series, the first season.
Oh, that might have been why it was actually good. First 2 seasons was good, and then it went to shit third season.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I don't know if this is true or not because I just see it because my Roku's on. Normally, I turn off the projector when I come over here, but it's saying Megan is on Apple TV. I will have to check that out when I get off here because we
Well,
just.
I know
got
it was
Apple
on.
TV.
I know it was on Amazon. I didn't know if it.
Oh, is it on Prime?
Yeah. Or no, I don't know if it was on Prime or if you had to pay for it early access or.
It's probably early access. I don't have the remote where I can look.
Yeah, I watched it the first day. It was good.
Yeah, I want to see Megan. I just happened to see. I look over there, and I see it scroll across saying it was on Apple TV. I'm like, sweet. I want to see that. I don't really watch many movies. Been somewhat. Well, I did my creepy house movies, or not movies, creepy house videos that I made this week.
Right, with the weird basement that looked like a murder took place.
Which one?
I don't know.
There was two of them that looked like there was
Just waiting to see the outline of the chalk of the body down there.
We actually went to those houses on the first video. And then the second and third video has more of like house number 2 from the first video. But on the first video is 3 separate houses, and we actually went to 2 out of 3 of those houses. Honestly, I wish I would have saved more pictures. When we were coming up here looking for houses before we moved, we found those, and they looked fine by the pictures. And then we went there, and it was like, oh my god. So I think house number 1 is the one that made the comment. It looked like they was keeping somebody in the basement. That was like clothes rack down there in the creepy basement. And that one, the owner wasn't supposed to be there, and then they showed up, and they were like stalking around the outside where we were trying to look at the house. If I remember right, that one had several house jacks holding it up, as well as the second house that had
the killer
the dirt, the dirt on both ends of the.
It's like the house wasn't really for sale. They were just trying to lure people to murder.
I'm just glad we had our realtor with us on this. And then the third house was my favorite. We didn't actually go to it because it wasn't in the town we're living in now. It was in a town that's like really close by, but they had what looked like blood on the bricks or some sort of substance on the bricks, and then it had that hole right next to the toilet. It just like look out to the void. Creepy.
Yeah. It's like, I wonder if they ever sold.
I don't know. I don't remember their addresses anymore to like look them up, but I really wish I would have saved more photos. But that was before I wasn't even planning on doing videos, so we didn't have that many. But I did end up finding my husband's video of the tour of the second house where it had the dirt on both sides and the plastic. So it was funny with his commentary. I cut out a little bit of like some of the boring stuff where he's like looking at the fuse box and whatnot, but yeah, he's singing the Indiana Jones song while he was down there. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, yeah. Listen, there's a lot of weird Nightmare on Elm Street shorts. Like, I've never seen any of these, really.
Yeah, I've never heard of any of them.
A Walk Through Elm Street short, Another Tale from Elm Street. And probably like on YouTube, maybe, or I don't know.
I don't know.
But a bunch of random ones.
Yeah, I'm more curious about this Freddy versus Ghostbusters. We're gonna Google that one and see if it tells me.
Yeah, that sounds funny.
Freddy.
Then I guess there's a music video, Fat Boys, Are You Ready for Freddy?
Oh, not Jason. Ghost. Okay, are you going to tell me where I can find this? It's not going to tell me where you can find this. You might be able to find it on YouTube. I don't know. It's not telling me, unfortunately.
Well, it was just Freddy versus Ghostbusters. Let's see.
There's a trailer apparently on YouTube. Apparently they have it on this Spook Central Facebook page. I
Well, there's
guess it's a
something that
page.
says Freddy. Oh, well, it says Freddy versus Ghostbusters and more, and it's something that can't be it though because it says 2 hours and 31 minutes.
And the one I'm looking at is 34 minutes, 34, 37, 34 minutes and 37 seconds.
Oh, here's some. Oh no, that's Five Night at Freddy's. Five Night at Freddy's versus Ghostbusters fan film. Um,
Um, okay, here, sound it off.
Freddy vs. Ghostbusters trailer. Freddy vs. Ghostbusters alternate ending.
Yeah, I think I found it. Copy link.
Yeah, put that in the chat. I'll have to.
Yeah, I am pretty sure this is it. I don't know where else you could find it because this is the only search I found. It's some Facebook page or I don't know. It's called Spook Central. I'm not sure if it's a page. It says follow. So I guess it's a page or a group. Whatever it is. I've never heard of it, but the link is in the chat. It's like 34 minutes. So I'm assuming that's it.
I mean, that sounds like it would be it. I mean, 34 minutes sounds like a short enough short.
What's up, buddies? I know everybody else abandoned you, and I'm sorry. And I don't know what you want from me. You don't want to stay up here and cuddle. You just want to keep tapping my arm. I know you're there, buddy. Here, wait a minute. Come here. I want to try something. Since you want to be invisible, I wonder. Let's get.
Maybe this.
Let's try to see if.
Random, but I happened to come up a article on Facebook about Scream 6, and it's going to be the longest running one at 2 hours and 3 minutes.
I was trying.
Whoa!
I was trying to get. You gotta let go of my shirt, buddy.
Like, no.
I was trying to get the hat to pop on. Oh, now it goes. But
Now the hat pops up. There was something. I saw it's a feature on oh, what was it on? I saw somewhere. Oh, it was on TikTok. I kept. I don't know why I was thinking it was something else, but it's actual feature on there. You can look up and it says cat eyes, and it only works for cats because I tried to do it, and it's like these weird like cartoon cat eyes.
I'll have to look that one up and maybe do one on Rogue's TikTok. I know there was one where there was a Harry Potter sorting hat. It was for cats. And I tried it on Rogue and it didn't work. But I did get it on Max. I forget what it was. I think it was Slytherin, which makes sense. I don't know much about Harry Potter, but that makes sense because I think they're the bad guys. I don't know. I don't crucify me because I don't know about Harry Potter.
Yeah, Slytherin is the worst wizarding group. Which next week I got my copy reserved. Hogwarts Legacy comes out. That's gonna be fun. You get, and there goes my voice again. It goes in and out like that. But you can actually do like the curses and the death curse in it in the game. So I'm like,
nice.
It's like I'm gonna kill me a couple of wizards, and it doesn't. It doesn't like turn them against you. It doesn't like make you a dark wizard or anything. So you're not like penalized for it or anything. So
I heard that I don't know if it's true yet because the new games have not been released yet, but I have heard that the Evil Dead game is going to be released this month for as a free game
Hmm.
on PlayStation. I forget what the other ones were because it's, they always have more than one. But if that's true, I'll finally get the Evil Dead game. I do have it on Epic, I think. It was free on, it was either Epic or Steam. I think it was Epic. So I do have it on the computer. I just don't know how to play games on my computer.
Hmm.
So I haven't played it yet. And my son gets too frustrated with me trying
I
to
think
teach
I
him.
think I heard that too about the Evil Dead coming to PlayStation Plus. I heard
Mhm.
that. So
Which I'm kind of glad because I would have been kind of mad because I did ask for Christmas for either Evil Dead or The Quarry, so I'm kind of glad I got The Quarry and now the Evil Dead game is going to be for free. I think I would have been a little upset if we got
got
the
the Evil Dead and now the
and
Evil
then now it's
Dead.
free. But yeah, I do have it on Epic Game. I have a lot of games on my computer. I got to figure out how to play them.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
I
It's
know
just
it's
weird control.
different.
Yeah, it's weird controls, different. I don't know. I guess you just
Yeah.
have to. I guess you just have to get used to it. Like if you've always played computer games, then whatever. But
Right, yeah, which I've never played a single computer game. Never. So,
only thing I played on the computer is The Sims. I think a long time ago I played Goosebumps on it, but
actually I take it back. I played and I don't know where this game was, but I think he was streaming to Twitch maybe, but we played some marble game. So, but that's not really that hard. Playing a marble game. It was like making them go down these tunnels or whatever. I think it was called marbles. I don't know.
yeah,
But I played that on the computer, but you don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure out how to play marbles on a game.
yeah.
But yeah, I just got to figure out what keys do what. Or get me a special. I know they have like special keyboards that
Well,
only
they do
have
have
the
like
buttons.
gaming. Yeah, they do have gaming computers and keyboards and.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna have to get. It's like one of those keyboards that only has the keys that you can use for the game. That way, I'm not trying to press things that don't belong.
Yeah.
But yeah, so hopefully, so I think this week won't the new games be released, or would it be this week or next week that the new games will be released for PlayStation?
For the Plus, you mean?
Yeah,
I'm not sure when they do that. I gotta check
it's
that.
either this week or next week. It's a little bit after the first, but hopefully I'll get to chapter 3 on the quarry.
It's a
I would have got to
long.
Yeah, I would have got to it this week if I wouldn't have been messing with those videos because I had to go digging through Facebook archives to
I
find
think.
those
I think
pictures.
there's like 10. I think there was 10 chapters or more. I know there's at least
Yeah.
10 chapters. Yeah. So it's interesting. I mean, it's long, but it's fun. But and you gotta like pay. You gotta go everywhere and look for cards and stuff. So yeah, that's why I
One
think.
chapter, I believe it was chapter 2. I believe. No, am I in chapter 1? I don't know. One of the chapters I forgot a card. I didn't find it. And the lady kept saying, like, what are you doing here? You don't have anything for me, or what? Did you not bring me something? Or I forget. She kept saying something weird, just like,
Yeah, or you didn't find any of my cards. That can't help you. Yeah.
I was like, oh, I went all over the place. I don't know where it could have been.
I think I forget if it was chapter 1 or 2 or whatever. Well, no, because you had the full card, you just didn't have the card after that. I remember there was if you went in when you go to pick up the bags, there's like a little kitchen area. You explore the kitchen, the cards right in the kitchen,
Uh,
and there might have been more clues. I don't know when it was, but there's one time later on. It might be chapter 3 or 4. Well, it's just before they have the party. After they find out that they're going to stay and they decide to have a party, they go to like this store, and I accidentally left, and I didn't know talking to him would make him me leave the store. I still wanted to explore a couple of things, and unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to. I'm like, fuck, I didn't mean to do that. Because I never played it, and I didn't know like if you went too far that way, then that was it. You couldn't search the other area. I'm like, shit. And there's parts where you find like either 3 or more cards, and you have to choose which card you want to see the future for. So it's like, dang, I don't know. I want to see what that does. And so when I replay it, when I've come to that point with the 2 cards and I have a choice, I want to see what the other scene would have been showing me. But so
I don't know if I've seen the future on any of mine. I don't remember if I've done that or not.
yeah,
Maybe.
well, whenever she has a card and she goes, "Do you want to see more?" It shows briefly in the
Okay. I may have done that. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit since I played it. But yeah, I'll hopefully get to. Because I had to do a lot of digging for photos for the videos I did want to do this week. I know they're really short, and you're like, oh, what took you so long? But I had to dig. Those photos and video were over 4 years old. I had to dig for those pictures. And it wasn't even on. Someone was on my Facebook, but I had to steal the rest of them from his Facebook.
Yep.
I wish I would have kept. We found these ones that somebody that was really bad at Photoshop was like photoshopping furniture into the house, and you could just tell it was really bad Photoshop. I mean, they had them like stretched out tables. Oh, we would laugh till we were crying. There was like several houses that way. It was like this one realtor that was doing it, and on multiple houses. We were crying, laughing, and honestly, I wish I would have saved those pictures, but at the time I didn't know. But I don't know. Maybe I could scope on Zillow and find some new pictures, but they won't be ones I actually went to. Like the creepy basement ones.
Yeah. That's the next American Horror Story murder house.
Right? Pick one out of the 3, because either one of them could have been it.
Yeah, I never did finish the last season of American Horror Story. What was it, New York or whatever?
I never even started it.
I don't know. I just wasn't into it as much as the other ones. But I think I only watched the first 2 episodes. Or did I watch the third one? I can't remember if I watched the third or not. It was weird.
Yeah, it just didn't seem to be something that looked interesting, and you was saying it wasn't that good. And I was like,
I mean, nothing against it, but it reminded me of like Dahmer. It's like a gay killer. Like, I mean, is there any supernatural thing to it? I mean, I maybe if I continued watching it, maybe there would have been a twist. But it's just it came out the same time as Dahmer. It's like I don't really care to see it again. It's
right, just trying to capitalize on Dahmer. So it sounds like,
yeah. So. But I mean, I know they've had like Zachary Quinto and they've had other gay couples in it, so it's nothing. And they were all great seasons. It's just the plot of it was like, I can't deal with the plot.
right?
But
yeah, it's usually the plot, not the characters that get you.
So
we've been watching Doom Patrol. We just got into it, so we just hit season 2 of Doom Patrol. Oh my god, it's so funny. A few of the episodes are emotional too, but kind of got me a few times. But it's so funny because Brendan Fraser plays the giant robot, and like his catchphrase is "What the fuck?" And it's like every time it's like a whole bunch of crazy shit going on, so you want to basically be saying "What the fuck" along with him.
What the fuck?
It's so funny.
I never did watch that yet.
Yeah, we just started watching it. We needed something to watch one night that we could both agree on. And I was like, oh, Brendan Fraser's in it. How bad could it be? Because I'm not really into the superhero stuff, so I could care less if we watch it or not. It's like he watches it, he gets into it. I get bored really quickly, and I'm playing on my phone. But we've really enjoyed the Doom Patrol.
Okay. I think they've done 3 seasons now.
It's 4.
Oh, they're on 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
My missing fingers will tell you.
I can't see. Now you're invisible. Just like when I disappear into the skeleton.
You can tell what I am doing. I'm censoring myself.
You're flicking me off, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not. Oh, it stopped blurring. What the fuck?
But yeah, if you ever get a chance to watch Doom Patrol, it's quite funny. Some of the episodes are really sad. I will tell you that.
I watch
Go
so
to
much,
see-
it's hard to keep up with everything that I do watch. So maybe eventually. It's like there's so much stuff that I need to catch up on, and then new stuff comes out, and then that, and it's like, I don't know.
Right. We've been watching The Last of Us too, but we haven't seen the third episode, and I don't know anything about the game. So I don't know. I've seen a few people play it on YouTube, but I don't know enough about the game to see how close or not close it is to the story of the game. But I don't know. I've seen the first two episodes are pretty good. I can't say anything about third because we haven't watched it yet. I found me a shark.
I see that.
Let's see.
Swimming with the fishes.
Right.
Shark bait. Ooh-ah.
There we go.
News press under.
Why
Like doing
not?
an interview under the sea. Wish that.
I'm Bubbles.
Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Bubbles. Fish are our friends, not food.
Right. Which, coincidentally, his name was Bruce. What are you doing over there, Miss Thing? She just knocked something over trying to bark at her friends out the window.
Sure.
Oh, I forgot where it was at.
Where what was that?
There was something on here I was going to do, but I forgot where it was at. Shoot. I was going to do something, but I can't find it because I forgot where. I haven't played with this in a few days. I forgot where it was at. I could draw, but I can't find where it's at. I lost it.
Well.
Oh well. I thought it was in effects, but there's this filters, frames, scenes, particles. No. Well, shit. Let's go full mode. Oh no. Stamps.
You started blinking
Oh, did I?
for a second, like you disappeared and came back.
Okay. And oh, brushes. Here we go. Marker. Let's go purple. So. There we go.
Hi. now die. Hi and now die.
Yeah, apparently the small screen I can't pull that up on.
That's what the heck. That was weird. Looked like just a line there.
Yeah, I'm erasing it. Go
back to the blurred screen there.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, I gotta get up early for work, so but yes, next week it's gonna be fun. Got some random past guests coming on, so should be an interesting night. Got some movies that'll be given away for prizes, which I'll go through later. Maybe I'll make a video of them prior, or I'll list them then. So, and I don't know. I don't know if I think a couple of them. I know at least one has a digital code. I'll open it up to see because I don't know if the code is still good, but we can try it, and whoever's in the chat maybe can have it and see if it works. I'll just give it away because I don't know if it'll work or not. It may or may not. But
Yeah, I was gonna say if you type it in, then that will be yours, so you won't be able to test it.
yeah, I can't test it, and I already have it. I don't even need it. So, but yep. So that's about it. I guess I'm gonna eat the last half of this sandwich, and then that I got from Firehouse Subs, and then pass on
I
out.
haven't been Firehouse in forever.
Yeah, it's a
At least
spicy
5
meatball
years.
sub. I like Firehouse, so
Yeah. Last
yep.
time they just opened one in Peoria. The last time I had one. That was town back home in Illinois.
Alrighty then. So thanks for everyone who turned in, turned in, turned out, tuned in, whatever, one of the all three of those. And listen on Spotify and Apple Music, all that. It will be up later whenever. And
Yeah, I want to get to it. I'm already one behind because I've been doing other things this week. I'll get to it when I get to it.
it happens. All right, have a good night. Bye.
Bye.